Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions. I'm Tanvi Arora and I'm working here as a techno-functional consultant. So in today's video, we are going to see how to create a basic income statement report for the current month, comparing the actual variance versus plan. Okay, so using the Financial Reporting Web Studio tool in our FCCS application. So let's just see the steps which are involved in creating a basic report first. So these are the steps. Okay, so first of all, for creating, we have to go to create a new report, and then we add a grid to the workspace area. After that, we select a data source. We actually form a connection with the database, and then we arrange the dimension layout. Then we select members for the rows and columns of the grid, which we want to include in our report basically. And then we set the point of view for the grid and the report, and then we save the report. Okay, so these are the steps that are involved. So let's just go to the application. So this is the homepage of my application, FCCS application. From the navigator, we have a tool here. Under reporting, we have this reporting web studio. All right. This is taking some time to get open. I'll open it again. So this is the interface of my reporting studio. Okay, here is the repository section in which we have the reports which are already created. You can see that under the share kit, we have some reports. Under balance sheet, we have certain reports. Okay, so these are the financial statements reports, income statement, cash flow reports as well. So in order to create a new report, you have to go to file and click on new and then a report. So in my previous videos, I've explained that how a grid, actually you can change the interface of a grid. Okay, so this is the, like, here you can select the area in which you want to create your grid. So when you click on insert, then you have to actually click on grid and select the area on which you want to create your report. So I'll select this much area. Once you select this, you get an option of actually connecting with a database. Okay, so you have to, you can connect with any application. So I will connect with FCCS application, which its name is Vision Console. I can create a new connection as well. Okay, this is already saved. So as soon as I clicked on this dimension layout grid opens. Okay, so I have to select my point of view in the rows and the column section. Also, I can select them in the page section. Okay, so I will select account in my rows, and then I will select scenario in the column. As I'm creating a report, which is income statement, and which will actually compare my current month actual variance versus plan variance. So I will take scenario as as actual and one at a time as plan. Okay, and then I will just click on OK. Then in order to actually hide these, when I will actually print this report or view as HTML or a PDF view, if I want to hide these few of the dimensions, this is called user POV. So what I can do, I can select grid POV as well. And then I will just define my dimensions and the POVs, and accordingly I will get the data. So there is an option of actually grid point of view. I can enable this. Okay. And then if I'll select the members in this grid point of view, so automatically this will disappear from the user point of view. Okay. So I only want period, year, then the view and entity in the user point of view. Okay. So here I will select currency. I'll find for currency here. This is currency. I will define my currency. So by this way, actually I can select the members. Okay, so this is the select member tab from which I can select my members. So as you can see, we are getting other options as well. We are having this, like we can drill this down, and then we can select the dimensions or the member names. Then we have this user point of view also. And then we have this substitution variables. So if we select, like, these are the already created substitution variables in the application. So when I select the substitution variable, I will get an option to actually edit that in my report at any time. This will become a variable for me. Okay. So if I'm generating select April period, the report will display for that period. Okay. So I will just select my currency. So under this, I will select entity currency. Then I will define my data source as well. So data source I will take as managed data. Under FCCS total input and adjusted, I will select this managed data. Then other dimensions, I will define consolidation. And under entity total, I will select FCCS entity input. Then we will define the intercompany. Or we'll define movement also. So this is my movement, FCCS net income. Product I will choose as P underscore 000. And lastly, intercompany. So intercompany, I will take as no intercompany only. And multi-gap, I will choose as local gap. So under IFRS, we have local gap. So once I have defined the grid point of view, and here I have already defined like entity C101, view is FCC's periodic, year is financial year 2021, and period is Jan. So first of all, after doing all this procedure, I will first try to save my report. Okay. So I'll click on save, and I will save this report under this income statement folder. So this is my income statement variance report. Okay, under reports, type is my report. I will save here. Okay, now I will actually select the members that I want to take in my report. I will define my scenario. So from here, when I clicked on this scenario, I will choose this. And then for once, I will take actual. And we will move this to the left side, the scenario. And I will click on OK. Now I will insert one like 3-4 columns in order to actually create a report. Okay. So before this, like I have done all these, like defined all the POVs. I will define the header, and basically I will insert one image and the text in the header. Okay. So this is my header portion. So I can insert any saved object, image, or either text. Okay. So whatever saved objects are there in the repository, I can use them. So first of all, I will insert an image. Okay. So here I'm getting the option of choosing the image from my system. And then here is the image properties option. So I can actually select it according to my needs, whatever height and width I want to keep, and then where I want to position this. Okay. So I want to position this on the left and vertically at the top. And then height, I will keep it as. So this is just a tool in which you can actually uh, try things on your own. Like this is a part of creativity. Okay, so there is nothing like I can tell you in this, but this is your own creativity, how you actually want to see the reports, how the users want to see. Accordingly, you can create such kind of reports for them. Okay, so you can see that I've added one logo here, one image, and then I want to add the header, like the text box in the header, the name of my report. So here I have option to write the name. So I'll just write. Okay. And then here I have another option of actually inserting the functions, text functions. Okay. So I'll show you what functions we can actually add. And then whatever functions we will add, it will choose that thing, pick that thing from my grid. So I will click on insert function. First function I will insert is the report description. Then I will insert one more function, which is member alias. So here I will write the dimension name, whatever dimension I want to pick from the grid. Okay. So it will automatically choose that. So here I will write entity. And I don't want this row column page. And this entity need not be in the double quotations. Here I will put a comma and I can mention my grid name. So I will choose this from grid 1, whatever thing I will define here. So this is one formula. Other member alias I want is my years. Okay, so I wanted to automatically choose from that. So I will insert again. Same function, member alias. Grid name I will mention grid 1 and years. Now we have option of actually moving, making this as bold and moving this to the, like placing it to the in the center or at anywhere. If you want to create this at anywhere, place this in the report. Okay, and then I can increase the font size as well. Even the font. Okay. We can choose any font from here. So I want it to place it in the center. And then I will just see how it is getting placed. So from here, I can actually change its location. I can place it in the center. So when I click on this, so this is at the right place. I want to place this in the middle. So in this case, like by default, my header and footer height is this 0.5 inches. Okay. So I can actually change the height and I will adjust it accordingly. I'll keep it as 1.181 so that my report object will fit in the header. And I will keep it as 0.788. I can give any description to my header. Okay. So we can actually see preview from here how it is looking right now. So there is some error in the years. I will fix that out. And it has already picked the name of my entity under the member formula. Okay. So once I will define all the things, then these errors will be resolved. So there is an option of showing the text box errors as well. Okay, in the text box properties. Okay, so this is how I've placed this. And now let's just go to grid and I will work on that. So as I've already defined the columns, okay, so one column I want for actual, then I will prepare one more column. I'll leave one column here, insert column. I can insert these three types of columns: data, formula, text. So in order to actually make it presentable, I will leave it, okay, one column. and then I will adjust its width. So I have keepin the column width as 18 in order to make it presentable. So I will leave this column. I have inserted text column here. Then I will again insert one column here, which will be a data column. So I will keep it its width as 70. Same as my column A. I have other options as well. Like I can hide this column and then I can suppress. Okay. So if like this suppression option is there, if my data is 0, okay, or if any missing data is there, so it will actually ignore that. It will ignore suppress that column for me. Then I have other options as well. Like if I select this adjust column width to fit, so it will automatically fit my column width. Okay. So this is the column C. Here, I will choose the scenario again. I will keep it as plan. So this is the column C. Then again, one column, text column. Width, I will keep it as 18. After this, one data column. So I want to calculate variance. So first I will increase its width to 70. And also I can provide custom headings. Okay. So here I'm going to provide a custom heading for my column. Now, there's something wrong. I have to delete this one. So I'll keep the column width as 70 and this should be a formula column. Yeah. So as you can see that when I select here, yes. So when I select here, I can provide a custom heading for my column. So I will write it as variance and then $sign. So this is a custom heading that I've provided to my column. Again, one text column I will insert. Okay. And one last formula column. So formula columns are represented by equal to hashtag sign. Okay. And data columns are represented by this hashtag. So here I want a custom heading again, in which I will calculate the variance percentage. Okay. So I've actually set my columns already. Now I will go and choose my accounts. So I actually want to calculate my net income. Okay, so in order to calculate net income, I have to take the sales and the like operating expenses, and then I will actually use the formulas. Okay, variance formulas to calculate that. So first I can go in the account section, and we have option of selecting members, and then we have this lists and the functions. Okay, so as you can see that if I select from members, this is the hierarchy. Okay, generation level hierarchy, or you can say familial hierarchy is there. Okay, so you can see that, see, we have familial relationships, member relationship description, so parent, child, sibling, ancestor, and descendant. Okay, and we have also generational and level relationships as well. We can see that we can choose through like generation wise and level wise. So it actually shows the relation to the top member in the dimension. Okay, so generation number identifies a branch on which the member lies in the reference to its distance from its dimension. Generations begin by counting from the top of the dimension down. So I will show you in the application. And this is my dimension, and I can actually drill this down. I can see the siblings, I can see the ancestors, parents. So this actually depicts the parent child relationship. Okay, how this hierarchy is formed. You can see, like, if I want to see the level and the generation, I can actually select from here. Okay, so it is showing the generation to the first member. Okay, how it is placed, and I can see the level as well. So by this way, I have these options. We have use wildcard options as well. So this, if I enable this wildcard option, and it actually represents a star sign. So if it will actually make my work easy. If I want to search a member by any particular name, so I have to write just star and that name. It will actually throw me to that member name. Okay. So we have like many options here. We have options to select from the lists as well, the functions as well. We can select the children, the descendants of the particular account. Okay, so I can actually choose from here under the hierarchy under PNL. So that will be a long procedure for me. I will show you under account. If I want to add children of the FCCS sales, basically, so I have to go to the balance sheet, drill this down, traditional balance sheet. This is how it is formed, like it is there already in the FCCS application. So here I have to select then total liabilities, equities. Under my total liability, under equity, I have owner's equity. Then I have to drill that down, like under retained earnings and retained earnings current. So basically what I will do, I will just write, I know the name, so I will just write the name of the member. So it will automatically choose that. I will validate this. So it has picked that name from the dimension automatically. Okay. Then in the other row, I will insert one row, data row. Here I want FCCS sales. Then one blank row I want. So this will be a blank row. Then I want under this, I will insert one more row, data row. I want FCCS cost of sales. Just validate this. Then in the fifth row, I want my gross profit. Then we'll insert again a text row. Okay. Then again one data row, under which we will write so similarly we can add more members here. So after this gross profit, we will insert a text row, and then this will be blank, and then I will insert one data row again. So I'll just write children of FCC score operating expenses. Okay, and then here again one data row. Then one text row. Then after this, other income expense. So I know these members are there in my FCCS application. We'll validate this one as well. Then total pre-tax income. All right. Then one blank text row. So after this pre-tax income, I will insert one more row, data row, provision for income tax. So you can basically form different database connections for different grids. Okay, so like I am actually using only one grid. If you like want to see charts, some type of pictorial things, so you can actually insert one more grid and see that in that, and you can actually connect it with the other database connection. So the last thing is here I will insert once again one text row, and last row will be my net income. So there is some error in this. So it is not taking right now. I'll fix this. So basically what you can do, we can actually select this row and create a border just below this so that it looks presentable. Okay, so what I can do, I can right click here and then I can go to this format. So we have so many options here. Like we can add any prefix or suffix, okay, if the number is positive. So if any at the number side, we can add this, okay, prefix, suffix, and then minus, like we can put it with the minus sign as well. This is the example that they have shown. We can use this thousand separator or decimal separator. Alignment also, we have these things. Like if you want to place this at the horizontal bottom, or we can choose the indentation also. We can even change the font of this the text. Okay, then under borders and shading, I want a line just below this, so I will choose this line. Okay, this is the line that I want. Even I can shade this, so I just created a line here. Similarly, I will choose this row and I'll repeat the process. Similarly, we can provide the lines here also we can shade these areas. Like I can select one column from here. Okay. And then under format, I can actually shade this so that it will look really presentable. Okay. This column as well. I'll delete this column. Okay. And then this particular heading, if I want to shade, here I have to select the scenario, which will be my plan. Okay. So I can shade this as well. So in this way, we can change the overview of like this. Okay. The fonts, the colors, everything we can provide, shading. So now we can actually put formulas in the formula row. Okay. So here I will put one formula for the variance in order to calculate the variance. Okay. So variance will be calculated as column A minus column C. Here I will put a formula. So you can see that this is the formula bar, and here I will just open my parenthesis and then the square brackets. Okay, I'll just write A, close the square bracket, comma, and then open again the square brackets, close this and close the parenthesis. And before this, I will write variance. You can validate this formula. See, this formula has been put here. Similarly, I will provide the formulas in every column, okay, every row. And in order to calculate the variance percentage, I will put the formula as variance percent, then my bracket on, then under this square bracket, A and C. Okay. So there's some error. I'll fix this up. So now this is taking, I'll just copy this formula and I'll put it in every row. Keep validating it. So similarly, I'll perform the procedure for every row and then we can actually see the report, how it looks like. So in this case, like when you preview the report, you will get the variance of the actual versus plan of the current month for the current month. Okay. And by like choosing this in the POV, when you actually see this report in the PDF format, you can actually see toggle it between the different years. Okay. And also, like if you can see this for a particular this member, you can choose the member name or the alias default. So by choosing this alias, you will get the alias name instead of the member name. And then we have other few options as allow expansion. Okay, so what it will happen, this feature will do, if you select this, suppose this is here is there is one year and you are actually allowing the at expansion, so quarter 1 is there, so it will actually expand to the different months that are there in the quarter. So this is a very good feature. Okay. And almost I have shown you all the features what we have in this. Okay. And then you can actually always save your report from here. Okay, now let's just preview the report. So from here, you can view in HTML format as well as you can preview in the PDF format. So when you see this, it is like whatever formulas we have put in the text in the header text box, it has taken the entity from that and the year from that. Okay. This is the name that I have given, custom name. And these are the members that I have selected, and it is actually calculating the variance. Okay. So this is how you create a basic report using the web reporting studio. And from here, you can change the years. If you want to see for financial year 2022, and if you have data in that, you will be able to see that. Okay, so this was for the basic creation of the report. In our next sessions, we will see how to do like use the different various features like the auto calculations, the conditional formatting, etc., etc. Okay, so thank you so much.